Today is going to be oh so important because in just a little bit from now we have a new FOMC, that is the interest rate decision in the United States, and the result, well, that's pretty much a given. More than 99% thinks that nothing will change in the interest rate. It will stay between 425 and 450 basis points, but the press conference afterwards is the one that is really going to be super important. If you like the content, guys, please do me a favor by liking, subscribing, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Without further ado, let's start diving in. And I'm sorry if you hear some background noises. I'm sitting outside right now, but that does not stop me to make this absolute emergency video. I'm really starting to sound like one of those social media YouTube dudes. Anyways, press conference afterwards, that's going to be important because the most important question that one of the reporters can ask is, if the inflation will keep on rising, will you then talk again about hiking the interest rate? And not cutting it, but hiking it. And why am I saying that? Well, in the last couple months, from September on, inflation is rising steadily month over month, going from 2.4, 2.6, 2.7, 2.9. Now, of course, we still need to have the reading for the month of January. That will happen in just a little bit from now, but you can see that the trend for now is up. And the goal is to go to 2% inflation. And in the last FOMC meeting, Powell said we are expecting 2 rate cuts for the year of 2025. First they expected a few more, then they just nudged it down to 2 rate cuts for 2025. But hey, if the inflation keeps on rising, there is no good argument for them to really keep on cutting the interest rate, because you need to have inflation to stay low to do so, so you can keep the economy running. But if inflation keeps on rising, there's only one thing that they can do, and that is to hike the interest rate back up to higher rates. So then again to maybe 450, 475, or even 0.5% more, up to 5%. So it's going to be very interesting. That question, if the inflation keeps on rising, will you talk again about hiking the interest rate? And that will definitely move the market. Matter of fact, I am sure that it will dump the market, because a higher interest rate means a lower stock market, a lower crypto, lower everything. So that will be a huge dump. This is BTC. Now, I know that for the last couple of days, BTC has been a little bit slow, a little bit boring, a little bit sideways. This is usually the time where traders fall asleep. They think, fuck it, I'll come back whenever I see more volatility. But then they're kind of missing the big move. And then on days like these, you will see a huge move after the rate hike, and then suddenly everyone is rushing into a short or long, whatever then the move was. Let's go over a couple of the trade scenarios that I'm looking at. If you have seen my previous video, then you will recognize a few trading setups. I keep them on because, hey, they're still valid. And one is a short here from these two S&P levels, so that is a double high here, that we go higher, short it to the downside, and then I would at least target here this macro value area high. Therefore I put it at least till there. That would be a very nice trade. Would we squeeze up, let's say we're getting super bullish news, then I would also be willing to short a all-time high in case we go higher, we lose the level, and then eventually that's in a short stop loss above the high, and then just trade it to the downside. Also here, macro value area high is the target. Then for the long, I have a long here. This one is actually the most juicy that we can get. That is at and around 96, 97k, because we have so much confluence there. We have the macro point of control of this entire trading range, so it's the fake red line. We have the golden pocket, which is measured from the low that we put here in at 89 all the way back up to new all-time high 109k, back to the golden pocket. And you can also see have a trend line here. This is a high, this is a high. We broke it, but we have not really had a clean backtest. So if we now get that backtest and then go higher again, that would be super nice. So it is a triple or quadruple confluence here right at this level. Matter of fact, I have another secret level right here in that box. And if you want to know that exact price level, then please feel free to join the Discord completely for free, where I share all my analysis, all my very detailed charts, when I'm taking a trade, when I'm not taking a trade, what I'm looking at, broader market perspective, altcoins, you name it. Everything is in there completely for free to join. So please check it out, links in the description. And I have one other trade that I'm looking at for today, and that's this box right here. And in that box, I will give you the levels, and yes, they're a little bit secret, and I will not give you the exact price level, but actually it just starts off from 104k to 105. And we have a range point of control in there, we have a naked weekly point of control in there, and we have a naked daily point of control in there. So in case we do not get that super big squeeze up all the way here to 107, let's say we only do this, then I would still be willing to short it if I have my confirmations. And what could those confirmations be? Well, for example, if we see on lower time frames, let's see if we can see it on the 24 minutes. Yep, this is perfect. On the 24 minutes, bearish divergences, so we see something like this, price goes higher and then creates a new high compared to this, and we create a lower high here on the momentum wave. This is an absolute confirmed bearish divergence. I will definitely take that short trade, and if I see it on other time frames, let's say 12 minute, 15 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, that is still a complete valid trade setup for me. Let me see if it's even possible on a 1 hour. Nah, most likely not, but actually on these low time frames it would already be a good trading setup. First TP here, exactly the same. It needs to be this macro value area high, because maybe we're just having another backtest and then going higher, but if we crash lower, that would be super nice. And for this long right here, my first TP would again also here be the value area high, because then you are kind of getting into that value area, right? That is breaking the value area high, then retesting the point of control here into that super box, and then eventually go higher. So that's also exactly why actually I drew that box here. It's really a zone for me. It's really an area starting off from approximately 95.5 to approximately 97. And like I said, I have a few very precise levels inside of this box. If you want to see what that is, then please follow me in the Discord completely for free. So I have actually 3 shorts and 1 long. I would not long anything in here. The reason is because I just do not like the candle structure. As you can see also here, this is an equal low. This is also right away the daily open of yesterday here, the Tuesday into Wednesday. Very well. So this actually looks very weird. These lows right here, it's a bit of an iffy. So if it's up to me to choose, then I actually would really like to see that everything is just being taken out, completely clear all of these lows, and then to go higher before I'm longing anything. If we would eventually bounce from, let's say here, that's completely fine. Then I'll just try to get in on a higher level. Stop loss underneath the low. Maybe not the most juiciest, but this is really the key level for me to take the trade. That will be it for now, I think. If there are any crucial updates, I will try to update you at least in the Discord, maybe on Twitter. I am nowadays much more active in that Discord, because we're also grown for the members, and it's much easier for me to share all my ideas and stories and charts. So definitely check that out. Like I said, this FOMC is going to be so important, because so many reporters are looking at this data right here. If the inflation keeps on rising, what is the Fed going to do with the interest rates? They cannot justify cutting the interest rates while the inflation is rising. It's just impossible. So this will definitely shock the markets. Tomorrow I will probably upload even 2 videos, so that's going to be very interesting. So if you do not want to miss those, then please do me a favor by liking and subscribing, and then especially click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss those future notifications. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.